right, so welcome back. By the end of this tutorial, you will understand and have an amazing TradingView layout customized to exactly how you want. This is a tutorial on how to set up your TradingView to be the most ideal setup for trading from start to finish. So if you do not have a TradingView account, make sure you sign up for one. There is a free option, so $0 forever. You can basically use any indicators. You can use Paytience indicators with the free plan, but we do highly recommend going for one of the paid plans to get all of these benefits here. We personally use the highest paid plan. Also, you can use the Paytience TradingView referral link in the description. We do earn a commission with that, but you also get a discount on your TradingView membership if you use that. Now, once you've made your account, you're signed up, you're ready to go, let's show you how to actually search for a chart. So we're going to click on the symbol tab right here, the search for symbol, and here we have all of the tabs. Now, this is not our full tutorial on how to use TradingView. This is going to be how to set up your actual chart screen to look the best, feel the best, and ultimately make you more profitable. So first thing we obviously want to do is get out of this stupid white mode. We want to go into dark mode, and this is going to make a lot of stuff pop way better on your chart. Now, the other thing I like to do first is head down to the gear icon and actually unlock the price to bar ratio. And if anything is checked right here, uncheck it. And this is going to give you a way better way of controlling your chart. Now, one of the first things I like to do is clean up the indicators. So we right here have the premium Paytience kit indicator on. Actually going to right click on it and turn off indicator values and turn off indicator arguments, and that's going to clean up our indicator section a lot more. So the next thing we want to do is turn off these buy and sell buttons because we do not need them and it's just crowding our chart. So we're going to go up and right click on them and we're going to turn those off. Now the next thing we're going to edit is up here. So we do want to see which cryptos we're trading against. So here we can see Bitcoin/Tether US. This is useful information. So let's definitely keep the symbol title on, and then we can also see our time frame right here and the exchange we're trading on. Now, it is important to know which exchange you're actually looking at the data from because they all have different volume happening on them, and ultimately they do fluctuate all in price. So we're looking at the Binance chart. That's very helpful to have. But what is this little thing right here? This shows if the market is open or closed. So unless you're trading stocks or Forex, you want to turn this off because the crypto market does not close. It is 24 hours. So we're going to turn that off just to clean up our chart even more. And then the remaining things we have are the bar change values and the OHLC values. Now, I absolutely love to keep the OHLC values on because what this shows you at a glance is the open, the high, the low, and the close of an individual candle. Whichever one you hover over, it's going to show you the open, the high, the low, and the close. So right here, we can see that this candle opened at 37,165. The high of the candle, which is where the wick goes, or where the wick went, as high as it went during this period of 1 hour, is at 37,965. And then it also shows the low and the close. So I like to keep that on. And then the bar change value we can keep on as well because this shows how big of a change percentage-wise that candle was. And that's the value right beside right here. See, this candle was a 1.85%. So that's very useful to have on. But now this whole top section is super clean, way more cleaned up than before. Now what we're going to do is actually turn off these little updates right here. So we're going to right click and we're going to show latest news and mines. We're going to turn it off because that is also dirtying up our chart right there, as well as the events on the chart. Now you can keep these on. It's all up to you. These can be useful if you're trading the stock market. Basically, it just shows current events that are happening. I like to hide those just so I can get a way more clean layout here. Now, the next thing we're going to do is your time frames probably don't look like mine right now. It probably just looks like one. So we're going to click on our time frame button up here, and you're going to click this little arrow. And now we're going to select all of the useful time frames. So you guys can copy the ones that I have down, or you can select the ones that you use the most. Now, the reason I have weird ones like 7 minutes and 22 minutes is because sometimes a lot of people at once are trading on these specific time frames, and they're going to miss certain things that you see with a different makeup of data. So keep in mind, every candle is one piece of data. It's telling you something, and then you put them together and you get a trend, right? You get an upward trend or downward trend. So I like to keep random time frames as well. I only have the 7 and the 22 minute. And the way you add these random ones is you come down right here, and let's say we wanted to add 33 minutes. We type in 33, we can select the time frame right here. We click minutes and we click add. Now the way to get them up here, I like this layout because I can quickly switch from time frame to time frame instead of having to click the arrow. The way you do that is simply click the stars on the one that you want to show here. So put all your best time frames up there, and that will be way better. Now, you can also do the same thing with candle types. So if I wanted to add the Heiken Ashi candles right here so I can easily switch between them, you can do that. And make sure to check out these candle types because these can be very, very interesting to see the chart in a different way. And we will have some tutorials on candle types. Next up, you have your indicator section right here. Basically, you can favorite indicators as well, and they will appear there. But this is your indicators tab. Make sure that you are favoriting the Paytience ones. If you have the free versions or if you have the paid versions, they will all exist there. Then we have the indicator templates right here. Then we have the alert button. We will have a dedicated tutorial on how to set alerts. Then we have the replay button, and this is turning into a tutorial, so we're going to get off of that real quick, but this is all useful stuff, so you want to keep all this useful stuff here. Now, if you want to clean up your chart a lot, you can also drag this out of the way, and now you just have the chart instead of this sidebar. But the sidebar can be useful. You can also customize the sidebar to have your specific watch list. So here is our watch list right here. You can add coins like this. And I recommend keeping your watch list there just because this allows you to switch between coins easily. And also right here, you can keep this open as well and see the actual price of it and some of the performance statistics. And we really don't touch anything else over here. Now let's talk about actually customizing the chart layout and the colors. So we're going to right click, we're going to click settings, and boom, you're going to get your symbol section, and that is what we're going to start with. Now we want to do a psychological trick right here. What we want to do is get rid of these red and green candles because they are psychologically not good for us. Okay, because when you see a lot of red, it can make you emotional and you can think the price is going to be dumping forever. And when you see a lot of green, it can also make you emotional. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the custom Paytience colors and we're actually going to put them here. Okay, so we're going to click the body first and we're going to add a new color. And you guys can copy this down if you want the Paytience colors on your chart, but we're going to enter the first custom code right there, custom color code, and then we are going to add the second custom color code right here as well. So we're getting that nice purple and yellow going on, and that now looks very ugly right now. So we're going to continue to go with the borders. We're going to make the same color, and the wick. We're actually let's talk about the wick in a second, but we're going to make the full candles look like that, and then we're going to choose a color for the wick. Now I actually do prefer to make the wicks like this as well, just so it all stays. And now you're reading the chart less emotionally because the red and the green are gone. It's purple and yellow. So the purple does represent up and the yellow does represent down. And I love to have my chart like this. It just looks really, really good. When you turn on the Paytience kit as well, it looks absolutely amazing with it, as well as the oscillator. But let's go back to that settings and the symbol section. Now we're going to talk about price lines. So the only price line that I have on is right here, which is showing the last price. So the current price of the asset, and I do have it on the dotted line, low thickness as well. You can turn this on to yellow or purple. I would like it to be maybe a neutral, like a white, so that it doesn't add to any of these colors here. Now you can turn on the previous day close if you really want to. I keep that off. The high and low can be interesting as well. This is going to show you the low and the high of whatever your screen is on. I keep that off. And then I also keep the bid and ask off as well. Time zone, I keep it on UTC just because that's universal time. And when this clock reaches 24 hours and ticks to 0, you know that the market is starting up again, or you know that the daily candle has just closed. So that's useful. And then you can click this on. I just keep it off. Let's go to the status line though. The status line is going to be this line up here. So we can turn off the logo. If you don't want the logo there, I like the logo up there. That's going to show the 2 coins that you're trading against right there. And then you can also turn off the title, or you can make it just the ticker or ticker and description. I'm actually liking the ticker a little bit more, so you know which coin tickers you're trading against. And then we did turn off the open market status. We went over these already, and we went over the indicators already as well. And then there is a background that you can fiddle with there. I just keep it normal. Now the scales right here, you guys can copy down these settings. These are the best settings to use in my opinion. Obviously, you guys can use your own settings for the scales section, but let's move on to the canvas, because this is an important part too. This is basically the background and some of the more aesthetic features. So right now we have a gradient going on in the background. You can set this to a solid, which I like better. It's anything to make the chart pop for me off of the background a little bit more. Now you can turn off the grid lines as well, and you're gonna get this. I recommend turning off the grid lines in the background, just because they are also contributing psychologically to kind of blocking the price into blocks. So we're going to turn that off. You can put the watermark on if you're sharing a lot of charts and you want people to see what coin you're on clearly, but let's keep that off. And then your crosshair is basically this cross or whichever crosshair you're using. So the dot or the arrow or the eraser. Just keep that on whatever you want, customize it to whatever you want. Then this is going to be your text settings. So if you use the text tool, this is going to be how it comes up by default. And then you have your navigation pane, your navigation and your pane, and then your margins. So you guys can copy down those settings. And then for trading right here, we turned off the buy and sell buttons, instant order placements. Any of that is off right there. And the appearance, this is what I have for the appearance settings. And then events we have already went over, but this is going to be the best way to make sure your chart is very, very clean and looking good. Now, look how good that looks with the Paytience kit on it. And this is just going to help you visually. You want a calm environment where you're trading at. So that's how to customize your TradingView to its full extent.